Nanfe Fadib, aka the Entertainer's Lawyer, and you are welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Entertainment with the Entertainer's Lawyer. I dropped my video last week and oh my god, the love was massive. I am so grateful to you guys. You guys went to my YouTube page, you subscribed, some of you dropped comments, you liked, some of you even went as far as reposted. God, I am so grateful. I didn't expect all that love back. Thank you so much. Today we're going to be talking about 5 things that an artist must, underline the word must, consider or look out for before signing a music contract. So let's get to it. Number 1, watch out for a contract with an initial term exceeding 1 year. If you're being offered a music contract and you look through it, the term of years is, let's say, between 5 to 10 years, you shouldn't sign that contract. As an artist, you should leave the door open. You are creative. You shouldn't tie yourself to a contract whereby you're not able to explore other means or better opportunities when they come through. So you should look through a contract. If someone is trying to bind you to a contract that is exceeding 1 year initial term, normally standard contracts come with a subsequent, what they call several further options of renewal, whereby your label could renew your contract if they're happy with your work, of course, could go ahead and renew your contract after that, the expiration of that initial 1 year term. So I'm not talking about those other subsequent years or several renewal periods. I'm talking about the initial term. It must not exceed 1 year. My advice, if you're that adventurous, you can shoot for 2 years, but I'll say 1 year. Make sure it doesn't exceed 1 year. And after 1 year, if you're comfortable working with the label, you want to still go on, fine, you guys can explore the further option periods, but the initial term should not be more than 1 year. You want to keep your doors open, like I said, so that when better opportunities come, you could maybe say you're 6 months into it and a better opportunity comes. It's easier for you to stall that better opportunity for 6 more months than to be able to stall that opportunity for, say, 4 years if you sign a contract of 5 years. So I hope you get the gist. Just make sure you keep it short, be comfortable working with the label, know the ins and the outs, then you can decide to explore your further option periods. Number 2, make sure you get a release commitment. What's a release commitment? It's just basically protecting you to make sure that the label actually fulfills their own part of the bargain. Take, for instance, a label is supposed to produce your work, put it out to the market, publish it, of course. Just basically put your creative work out there and make sure that you make money from it. And at the end of the day, they do not fulfill that part of the bargain. Maybe say they're supposed to promote 1 album or 2 albums of yours, and at the end of the day, they end up promoting just 1 album. That release commitment is important because it's going to force them to want to do or fulfill their own part of the bargain. Else, it will be regarded as a primary breach of contract and you could decide to pull out from the contract. So, if you get them to include a release commitment in your contract, it kind of gives them a skin in the game, makes them want to invest more into promoting your works and putting it out there to the public. And still within the release commitment, you should also consider negotiating a minimum marketing spend. Minimum marketing spend meaning that a minimum sum that they are expected to expend in the course of promoting your music. So if, for instance, you guys sign a contract and you guys negotiate a minimum market spend of, say, 10 million naira, it is expected that the minimum amount they will spend into putting out your music is 10 million naira. Failure of which is a primary breach of contract. So you see, it is important for you guys to know all of these things so that when your lawyer is explaining to you, it's not like alien to you. And that's why I'm taking my time to break it down. So like I was saying, if a minimum market spend is like 10 million naira, then it becomes compulsory for your record label to expend that amount in promoting your work. Good deal, isn't it? Number 3, make sure you get a good royalty rate. Do not let anybody deceive you and tell you, oh, you're just an upcoming artist. Oh, nobody's going to sign you for 10% royalty. Oh, nobody's going to sign you for 15% royalty. It's how good your negotiation is at the end of the day. That's why it's important for you to get a good entertainment lawyer, someone who is very much grounded in the field, to help you look through this contract, to help you negotiate your terms, Nothing is written on stone. So if you get a good lawyer, you can get the best bargain. Do not let anybody tell you, oh, you can't get more than 5%. I know that artist royalties are based on their clause, but I always say that it boils down to the negotiating power of your lawyer. So make sure that you get a good royalty percentage. If you're an upcoming artist, bet me you shouldn't be shooting for anything less than 15%. This is your intellectual property going into work. After all, you've got something to deliver. So make sure you shoot for a good royalty percentage. Do not, I repeat, do not shoot below the belt. Number 4, you gotta watch out for those hidden deductions. If your royalty rate is too good to be true, or seems too good to be true, take for instance you're an upcoming artist and they throw you a 30% royalty. I'm sure you'd be like, okay, this is a really good deal, but you have to keep your eyes peeled for hidden deductions. When I say hidden deductions, I'm not talking about the normal money that will be recouped. If you were advanced a fee, if you were given any advance fee, of course, deductions will be made from your royalties so that the label could recoup the funds that they gave to you at the beginning of the contract. So I'm not talking about those recording costs, all of that stuff. I'm talking about those hidden deductions that, are like unreasonable. Things like travel costs, hotel stays, car rentals, food, accommodation. Look, all of that stuff. It shouldn't be taken off your royalties. Those are not deductions that should come from your royalties. So you have to keep your eyes open for that. If you let all of those deductions, then it's just like giving your label a blank check. Say, hey, you can debit me, you can deduct anytime you like. Because how do you even put a quantum measure to how much is being deducted from your royalties? Because things like this are not static. Car hire, you don't know how much was given. Hotel accommodations, whatsoever they tell you is what you take. All of the stuff are not even supposed to come off from your royalty rate. So apart from the normal recoupment deductions that will be done, be observant enough to make sure that all these other hidden deductions are not made off your royalties. It's very, very important. Now, number 5, which is the last and which I never ever stop talking about, make sure that there is an audit clause in your contract. It's very, very, very easy for a record label and artist relationship to become quite contentious real fast if doubt about money is involved. So it's important for you to get an audit clause to make sure. Most standard contracts always come with an audit clause, and an audit clause in a standard contract always allows the artist to be able to bring in a third-party auditor to go through the books of the label to make sure that they are giving to you what is due to you. If they say that they sold XYZ amount of records or that they combed in XYZ amount from publishing, when your auditor looks through it, it should tally with what is in the books. You understand what I'm saying? So basically you're bringing an auditor to audit the books of the label to make sure that there's no discrepancies in the financial records. And in most standard contracts, it's the duty of the artist to pay the auditor. But in a case whereby a large discrepancy in the financial records is discovered, then the onus to pay the auditor's fee immediately moves to the label. Do you understand that? It's your duty as an artist to pay for the auditor. But where a large discrepancy in the financial records, take for instance, the books don't balance, what your auditor sees as being due to you is 10 million, and what the label tells you is due to you is 3 million or 4 million, there's a large discrepancy. So where that is found, it becomes a duty of the record label to pay the auditor. Understood? So please do not sign any contract that does not have an audit clause in it. It is very, very important, so that way you assure that whatsoever you're putting in the work and everything, you're getting what is due to you, and then there are no doubts about if you're earning what is due to you or not, because you have someone who will come in sometimes every quarter, in some cases twice a year, to audit and make sure that what is due to you is what is being given to you. I'm going to be bringing a few other points in another episode. I just decided to make this short, and I hope it's short enough. I really don't like making long videos, but I try to explain as much as I can so you guys can understand it, because that's the essence. I don't want to come and speak English, big grammar, and then at the end of the day you don't get what I'm saying. That's why I'm trying to break it down. When I bring these points, I break them down for you as much as I can so that you can understand. But if there are any other questions, maybe something I said or a word I called that is alien to you, or you don't really understand the point I made, you can please put it down in the comments section and I'll answer you as fast as I can. So please feel free to ask your questions, and you can reach out to me. You can find me on Instagram at The Entertainer's Lawyer. The handle is written somewhere down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm so grateful to those of you who have. Thank you for sharing my videos. I am so elated. I didn't expect this kind of love at all. I just thought, I'm like, okay, let me start and see how many people really need this kind of videos and how many people would appreciate that I'm doing this and want me to make this more often. But with what I've seen so far, I think that I'll be making more videos and bringing you more content. Thank you so much for joining me today again, and I'll be dropping you more hot content videos in near time to come. See you again next time. I remain The Entertainer's Lawyer, and I'm here for you any time of the day.